Thank you, Minister. Senator Roberts.
Thank you, President. My question is to Senator Ayres, representing the Minister for Climate Change and Energy, Mr Bowen. Minister, is coal-powered electricity generation intermittent energy or baseload generation?
Senator Ayres.
Well, here I am. Senator Roberts' question really does, bell the cat in terms of where One Nation and their almost coalition partners over here in the National and Liberal parties really are on some of these climate and energy questions. I think if I go directly to Senator Roberts's reference to the unreliability of our current ageing coal-fired power fleet, that is, as I cursorily read the newspaper, I think that is what Minister Bowen was referring to, because what is going on every single day is that there is an unplanned outage of one or more of these facilities. And that redundancy, unplanned redundancy, causes additional cost, puts pressure on industry, and it reminds Australians that under the previous government, all of that uncertainty, all of that policy failure, where I think I'll come back and let you know, Senator Roberts, if I get this wrong, but I think it was 24 out of 28, I think, coal-fired power stations announced their closure. And what did we have from the Liberals and Nationals? Sort of relitigating the same old nonsense that held Australia back, with a $600 billion nuclear power plan, and Mr Littleproud saying we should sweat these assets. I mean, the only way, if you went to some of these power stations in New South Wales, the only people that would say you would sweat that asset is somebody who'd never been to one.
Thank you, Minister. The time for answering has expired. Senator Roberts, first supplementary.
Coal power is baseload generation. It's designed to run continuously, and when operated continuously, electricity generation from coal is reliable and affordable. It only becomes intermittent and expensive when the generator is deliberately turned on and off all the time to give preference to what is really intermittent power, solar and wind. Minister, why is the government's energy policy set to deliberately destroying baseload power, coal?
Thank you, Senator Roberts. Minister Ayres.
Well, I suppose there's a number of responses, Senator Roberts. The first is coal-fired power stations fail when there is a breakdown or there is planned maintenance. Now, when there's planned maintenance, that's a good thing because you're improving the capability of the asset. When an asset like that has gone on for so long that it can't continue to function reliably, it can't continue. Old Koala Canavan over here.
Senator Ayres, withdraw that remark.
I withdraw. But Senator, that is the problem. So we are moving to modernise the electricity system to deliver the lowest cost, most reliable approach, the Australian approach, and we won't be deterred by imported ideas about political memes and weird ideologies about the future of our electricity system.
Minister Ayres. Senator Roberts, second supplementary.
Thank you. According to the Australian Energy Regulator, for the fourth quarter of 2024 saw the second highest number of extreme electricity price events ever, with prices exceeding $5,000 per megawatt hour. $5,000. This happens when baseload power generation is not in the mix. Instead, when run continuously, coal can provide electricity at just $50 per megawatt hour. Minister, will you give Australians suffering from record-high electricity prices a break and run our coal generators properly?
The time for asking your question has expired. Minister Ayres.
Well, what this government will do is continue to modernise our electricity system in the interests of industry, in the interests of households, in the interests of future industry, because what we require in this country is additionality, more generation capacity, more transmission capability, and the Coalition and One Nation, who campaign against energy generation capability around Australia, wandering around, whether it's about koalas or complaining somehow that offshore wind projects will be bad for whales. I mean, these whales who go up and down the eastern Australian coast dodging container ships and bulk carriers are somehow going to door themselves on a stationary offshore wind tower. It is too silly for words. It's too silly for words, sillier than a two-bob watch, and it's imported weird ideology coming from overseas that's been used to try and stop progress right here in Australia.